Hey everyone, it's Brandy. You're watching Abstract Crafter, and we are going to be working on a drill with me for Diamond Art Club as the second part in the first company of the Homegrown series, American Sellers. So I'm really excited about this. I've got lots of good stuff to tell you. I've got information to go over. There's a lot to cover in this one. So, I'm going to try not to ramble too much. I'm going to try to get through as much as I can. And, before we get started, oh my god, 500! More than 500 now, but we did it. We frickin' did it. Our little family has grown into a huge little community. Huge little community. So I'm going to go over some giveaway information, and entries for the giveaway are going to start with this episode. We'll talk about that when we get to that portion. I have things written down to try to stay on track. And yeah, so why don't we get started with this? I want to say right off the bat, you're going to notice things like this gapping and stuff. I find that when I do my backgrounds first, and this may not be the case, but let's just wait and see. I find that when I do the background first, when I start putting the inside stuff in, it starts pushing things together more tightly. I'm hoping that's what happens here, because down here it's really bad. I don't know if my camera will cut that out, but down here, like in this area, it's really bad. And down here, I had done the checkerboard method through the entire thing, and even right in here. And then, so I did that with tweezers, and then I went in with this. Everything else was done with just this guy, Faceless Fred. So, we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm really mad at myself because I didn't use something on the sides. I was really rushing to get this background done, because I just started it yesterday. And it's really uneven, so I'm really irritated. So I'm hoping I took a bead out somewhere. I just seen it. I hope he's extra. Looks like it. Yeah. He can just go over here in the garbage tray for now. So I'm hoping that, as I notice it, I'm going to start trying to push it to be straight. Because this glue, the glue that they use kind of lets you do that. It's not like, oops, those ones didn't need to be pushed. What am I doing? I'm ruining it. Their glue is different, so it lets you kind of move things a little bit. And I haven't put a lot of pressure on them. Like when I placed them, I didn't like smash them in yet. I tend to do that a lot. Like, example, I'll place one in and then I'll push on it. Okay. It's already, oh, shaky. Okay, you're going to hear my fans. It's incredibly warm. We have a storm coming in. The humidity is out of control. So I'm going to ask your forgiveness in advance to just try to ignore that as background noise. I'm flying solo tonight. The only companion I have tonight is Tyrion. Now, in my video last Friday that was supposed to be a drill with me that ended up being Buyer Beware. I'm going to explain where that video went and a little bit more details about that, just not yet. But in that drill with me that, I found I saw here. In that drill with me, I had discussed how we were going to start a new format with drill with me, is where we start with updates and then talk about obsessions and shoutouts, like different channel shoutouts, new channel, up and coming channels, because we got a lot of new channels in our community, and if you don't know about them, you can't go check them out and give them a chance. And so when I talk about them, of course, I'll flash their page so that you can see. And we are going to start with, hold on, I gotta get my notes to the right page. Get to my notes, and then we'll start putting some diamonds in. I just need that in front of me so that I can have something to go off of. Okay, so I kind of wanted to start with, instead of going right into updates, because I got a lot of updates, we're going to go into obsessions. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to grab a color. I'm debating where to start. I kind of want to just go in order, like, see if the chart's showing. I kind of want to just go down the list, but I don't know how much fun that would be. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll do that. So our first number is 666. Let's just hope that's not an omen for how this drill with me is going to go. Oh, come now. I've switched to the Tic Tac boxes, and I have to tell you, I am really, really liking this system much more than I'm liking the condiment cups. The condiment cups will have its place in like bigger projects, but for these smaller ones, I'm liking that. We'll just consider that this one of my obsessions. And the other one, let me see if I can grab it. Is this style. And I think I've, showed these before in a different video. But I really, really like these. Because then when I'm working on a project, all I have to do is just, well, this is 3 projects because it's the 4 Seasons trees. And so I just kept them all together. And I had used it for a different project. But so, like, these 2 are just for one canvas. So I just got to grab these 2. And they stay closed pretty good. And, I can be on my way. And it locks on the side. So I'm going to order more of these for projects. And you can hear my cats using my chair as a scratching post. I want to get more of these. I'm going to get more of these. Because I have 4. I finally emptied everything out of these. Because these were my initial permanent storage. I emptied everything out of them so I could use them for projects. And I really, really like it. I'm going to change the way I do it. Because I have my drawn out. So that would be number 2. And then on this side it says number 2 and then the DMC. And then on the top it says it. And then in the very front so I can see it from the top. And basically my thought behind that is if I need to pull this top off, I'd still know where it belonged. Not that that really would matter, so I don't know why I did this. I really don't. I think because I just needed a little label here and I didn't want to waste this. I can't waste anything. Can't throw anything away. Can't waste anything. You just heard a beep because Donnie is messaging me. Donnie, I'm filming. Okay, so get my chair back in place. So them are diamond painting accessories that I'm obsessing over. And there's my dryer sheet. These were really staticky. I haven't had to deal with that in a long time, but I can tell you I would much rather deal with staticky drills than oily ones or stuck ones. And I haven't had much for garbage, but I am being really picky too. Like, this is what I've pulled from the white garbage so far, and I mean, that's not that bad. And most of these could have been used. I think there's only like a couple that were just that I wouldn't use, but it's not bad. I'm looking over my list. So, okay, now with the giveaway coming up, it kind of is falling in a very weird spot for me. I'm trying to find, because I'm looking at the can't get right over it like I'd like to, and I'll try to keep my hands out of the way, but don't fault me if I can't, completely stay out of your way. So the way it's gonna work is I'm gonna be, we'll get into the details of the giveaway soon, but I plan on running the contest for a week, but I'm going on vacation in a few days, so I have pre-recorded videos planned for 2 of the days that I'll be gone. So you'll have to remember, I'll remind you when that time comes that I won't be able to respond to comments because I won't have any access to Wi-Fi where I'm going because I'm going camping. And, I mean, I could get Wi-Fi if I walk up the street, but I don't really like doing that, if I don't have to. And I certainly don't want to be trying to get on YouTube when I'm, low Wi-Fi zone. Oh, this is going to be really hard to do when I can't look directly over it. So maybe I'll have to grab a different color. And then, I wasn't ready to move on to updates. I'm still talking to you about obsessions, because I have a couple more obsessions. I have these cookies. Now, I don't need help figuring out where to find this. You guys have been awesome in helping me find the Tootsie Tarts. I have found them. I don't need any more links. I have more than enough. And what's really sad is my husband told me that he Googled that and he got no results. So the fact that you guys were able to Google it and get as many results as you did tells me he didn't do a very good job, honey. I know you're watching. But, we were just kind of quickly looking too. Oh, this is really hard to see when I'm not on top of it. Oh my god. The light. It's not that the canvas is hard to see. The light is bouncing right here. And so all of this is just blending together. So I'm not seeing, like, the distinct lines of where these go. They do have lines to separate the squares out. Very faint lines. So maybe we won't be able to start with the reds. Maybe we'll have to go into a different color. So anyway, these cookies I am obsessing with. These are my coffee cookies. And they are so good. They're like a cinnamon type cookie. And they have chocolate underneath. And they are perfect for dunking. I mean, they're not the most nutritious, but it's okay. They come in these little packs like that. And there's 3 of them in there, so I generally eat 2 packs at a time. They're not healthy. And then, what else? There was something else I was obsessing over, and I just don't have it handy. Oh well, 5-hour energies, I've been obsessing over those. Particularly, certain flavors. They have the sour apple one, and strawberry watermelon, which tastes just like a Jolly Rancher. And I don't know if this was in the drill with me that I nixed, or if this is repeated information. If this is repeated information, I apologize. And I apologize if you're seeing my head poking, but ow! Hey, that's my foot! This kitty is into sharpening his claws on everything, including humans. He's really... Oh my gosh, these are crooked and all over the place. This is going to look terrible if I don't start trying harder here. Oh, okay. So, that's really all I'm obsessing with right now. Is food things again. I am obsessing over cross-stitch right now, but that's part of a different category of things to talk about. There probably won't be any stories in this one. This is going to be basically all updates and then talking about where my video went and then about Diamond Art Club, because I got some really good information that I find this kind of stuff very interesting. So I'm hoping that you guys will too. You'll have to let me know if this is not something that does interest you for the next one, which will be on diamond dots. And I know already a lot of you guys aren't very interested in the diamond dots, but I'm hoping that you'll watch anyway, because I'm putting a lot of work into this series, and it's not going to just be like a normal unboxing drill with me and review. It's going to be, you know, giving you guys the lowdown on the company and, you know, basically what makes them so special and makes them stand out from each other. So, and see, I'm already going off on a tangent. So, I wanted to do the shoutouts these are 5 channels that I have just either recently discovered or have not yet talked about on my channel. And I think that they deserve some recognition for their hard work in videos and for their support in the diamond painting community. And the first person I want to shout out is someone that I have recently found that I have a lot in common with. And no, it's not Donnie. You guys know Donnie. Our lives seem to run very similar and very parallel. And her channel name is Everything Gwenny, and I'm flashing her a screenshot right now of her homepage, her front page, or whatever you guys want to call that. I love her videos. She does primarily unboxings and like pre-reviews. I think she might have done her first drill with me. Forgive me if I'm getting stuff wrong, or if by the time this video comes out, things like that have changed, because, you know, how well I take notes. She also does a couple other little series on her channel that aren't related to diamond painting, but are still interesting. Like, she does this one where she's leveling up a monk in World of Warcraft, and she, you know, you can watch along as she does all this, and because Mists of Pandaria was her favorite expansion, I found out. So that's something good for you WoW fans to go check out. And then I noticed she had something on Fridays, like Foodie Friday or something. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, because I'm really behind on people's videos. So, forgive me, Gwen. I will go check it out. Gwenny? Do you prefer to be called Gwen or Gwenny? Doesn't matter. I'll call you Gwenny until you tell me. But go check out her channel. She is... you would swear she's been in the game for a while. They're very professional quality, her videos. She's very informative. She's a really nice... I feel like a really nice girl. And when I was going through a little bit of trouble last Saturday, she really stepped up and was there for me. And then the next channel is Crafty Tina Lynn. Now, she's not super new, but she's new to me. She does a lot of drill with me. She has a couple of unboxings. She's a really sweet lady. I just love her videos. I love her style. I love her humor. It's a lot like the humor that I'm used to in my life. Can be dry, and sometimes you don't even know that she's making a joke. But I really, really like her. She's not afraid to, you know, get personal either. You know, she'll go there. She's recently had some hardships too, and she shared that with everybody. You know, not in a bad way. I'm not really doing justice by explaining this, but you know, she talks about that a little bit on her channel, and she has a lot of really good tips and tricks, and I think you should go check her out. The next one is, and I'm going to butcher this lovely young lady's name, and I apologize in advance. I've never actually heard her say her name, but I want to say her name is Margie, M-A-R-J-I. It's flashing on the screen. Franklin, and she does a lot of, I think it's primarily unboxings. She does like hauls and stuff. She gets a lot of stuff off of eBay. She does really good, thorough reviews though, and if you're ever curious about the kind of things that you can find on eBay, definitely go check her out. And then I want to talk about 2 other channels that they only have a few videos that I've seen so far, but what I have seen I've loved and adored. And the first one is Kathy B. And I'm not going to spell out her name because I should be flashing it on the screen. I was about to spell it out. Like, come on now, Brandy, don't have to do all that. I could just listen to her talk forever, though. I love her accent. She has really good taste in paintings. She's been really sweet in my comments. So I, you know, she never really said, you know, oh, I have videos, or I do this, or I do that. And I appreciate that, because I think one of the rudest things that you can do is promote your channel on somebody else's without their permission or without asking. And that goes for YouTube groups too. I just, you know, if it's somebody's group, like, I'm going to use Donnie as an example because she's the only one that I'm a part of as far as Facebook groups go. There's been a few times where people have promoted their channel without asking Donnie, and I just found that so rude, because it's Donnie's YouTube page for her subscribers to connect with her. And so to promote your channel without permission, it just is kind of a slap in the face. Now, if this person is like, go ahead, promote your channel, then, you know, or if they don't care, this is just me. If I had a page, I would want you to ask. Because if you ask me, I'm always going to say yes. But if you just do it, I'm going to get irritated, because it's like you didn't have enough respect to ask. And now I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm trying to talk about Kathy. But, you know, she's never done that. I didn't even know she did videos until I went and checked out her page. And I was like, well, I want to watch her videos. And I love her videos, like I said. So go check her out and, you know, see what you think. And then the last one, certainly not least, is, I really hope I'm saying this right, is Orchid. And she's got some really nice paintings too that she does unboxings for. I have not noticed if she does drill with me. Same with Kathy, because like I said, I'm really behind on everybody's videos and trying to get caught up. But I've seen a few of her videos, but she's really active in my comments too. And again, I didn't know she had a channel either. None of these people have promoted themselves in my comments, so I should just state that right now too. But like, some people I knew had channels before they commented on mine, and some I didn't. So I guess that's why I keep saying that about those certain ones that haven't. But go check all 5 of these ladies out. I will leave their information in the description box. Go check them out. Give them a subscribe. Give them some support. You know, we're a really tight, close community, and I think that we should really try to support each other as much as possible. And, you know, these ladies deserve your support. You know, let's help them grow the way that you guys have helped me grow. Give them a chance at least. I think you'll enjoy them. And I also want to preface this by saying that if I did not mention your channel, please don't think it's because I haven't noticed you yet or I haven't come across your videos. I just don't want to, you know, I could spend a lot of time just shouting out channels. So be listening in the next row with me, and I'm sure your channel will be there next. These are just the first 5 that came to mind because I had most recently watched their videos. And that's all that color. So, and there's still, well, you can't even see it, so I don't know why I'm trying to show you. There's still quite a bit left. So there's a lot of overage, and I didn't see any bad beads in this color at all. Of course, I am blind too. Let's see how this goes. This is the trays from Homegrown. I hadn't tried them yet, so I thought I'd try them. I'm not a fan. Things stick to them way too much. But I also don't need this guy either, so. Alright, so let's get back to updates now, because I had started them and then Whoa, I don't know if you heard that, but that motorcycle that just went by just sounded like a bee farting. Since I am talking about YouTubers, I wanted to kind of say some things directly to YouTubers, and this is part of my updates. But I want to make sure that that they know that it's coming from a place of love. Specifically in America, because America is the only country I know of, you know, as far as laws go. Oh, look at that one tried to stay. But if you are an affiliate with any companies, please make sure that you have it linked somewhere. More specifically, You don't have to do it in every video, but you have to do it in your About Me. And it's not... It's law. You have to legally disclaim that somewhere. It might not be in YouTube guidelines, but it is an American law. You can look it up. And I don't know if, like, if you're from another country and you have affiliations, but you should probably look into that and make sure you know what you have to do. Because I know some countries have to put it in, like, their description box and stuff like that. I just know because there was a lot of scandal in the beauty community about people not disclosing affiliate links and affiliations with different companies and getting their videos removed for it, or if they've been monetized, video not being able to be monetized because of not disclosing affiliate links. And there's a few ways that you can detect that. If it's an Amazon link and you're not sure, when you click on the link, if you look up at the address bar right away, it will say affiliate in the link, like in the address bar. If it's, see, I only know of a couple other places Diamond Painters would be affiliated. And I think one is a company that I can't say their name, but I've done reviews on it, and it was the one that I got the dragon from. But it would say Shopify in the link itself, and that is an affiliate link. Just so you guys are aware, there's nothing wrong with affiliate links at all. I have no problem with it. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so obviously I just and there, you know, people probably don't know. I only know because it was, like I said, a big thing in the beauty community, and people were putting out videos left, right, and center about it, you know, calling people out for it and putting them on blast, and a lot of changes had to be made because of it in the beauty community. And so the best thing to do is to put it in your About Me, so you don't have to say it in every video. And then, or if you do say it in your videos, that's fine too. Then I don't think you have to put it in your About Me, but you have to notify your audience some way. And I don't think everybody knows that, especially a lot of newer YouTubers. And like I said, I don't know if that's the same for every country. But definitely, if you're not sure, look into it. If you just want to be on the safe side, just put a little, you can look at my About Me to get an idea of how to put it, how to word it, and you'll find out, it's just simply, I am an affiliate with such and such company. That's all you really have to put. If you want to give a little disclaimer like I did, then you can go read my About Me. So I just wanted to say that because I've noticed quite a few people who have affiliate links in their description boxes don't have it disclaimed anywhere, and I'm just looking out for you. I want you to get your money, girls. I'm not trying to call any single person out. I want you to get your money. I want you to get paid. You're promoting it one way or another, so you should get paid for that. You're recommending these products, and if there's an opportunity for you to make a little money for it, do it. Just make sure that you're following the law, and so I don't want nothing bad to happen to your channels. And it probably, the majority didn't even know that they were supposed to do anything. I wouldn't have known had I not been a part of the beauty community, so I thought I had to put it in every video, and Donnie's the one who told me that you only need to have it in your About Me, because she actually called to get that information. So moving on, because like I said, I can ramble. I love you girls. I'm not singling anybody out. I just want to make sure you know that. And, that way it doesn't look deceiving to your audience that you're trying to hide it, because it very much so could look that way to some people. And then they won't use your links because they think that you're just trying to make money off of them. And on that note, with me being an Amazon affiliate, part of my story that I'll get into has to do with it, so I wanted to make some things very clear. I've updated it in my About Me, so you can read that at any time as well. Being an Amazon affiliate in no way affects my reviews for any company whatsoever. I don't give any company an unfair review or an unbiased review or try to defame any company because I am associated with Amazon. There's been plenty of times when I've bought the painting from Amazon and thought it was horse doo-doo, and I did not give it a high recommendation. So I am not out to try to make money. You guys are not a cash cow to me. If I happen to be able to make money as a bonus, awesome. If you're not comfortable clicking on my link, awesome. That is fine too. I am not here to make money. I am here to make you guys informed consumers and to help find these companies that are like hidden gems and that have awesome products. Because that's what I want. And I wasn't hearing a lot of it. And now I have to be a lot more careful with my reviews, and I have to change the way I do them a little bit. I'm gonna still always be honest with you guys, of course. I just won't be able to be as brutally honest as I would like to. I have to try to make it, I have to try to keep my opinion out of it. As much as I want to just say what I said in the dragon video, I gotta watch that because I had to take that video down because I was contacted by the owner of that company and threatened and bullied and forced to take my video down. And if I didn't comply, he or she was threatening with legal action. I was 100% in the right. I had the proper disclaimers. I did everything I was supposed to do. Though I did include my own opinion. That's why I added the disclaimer at the beginning and at the end. That this was my opinion and my experience and blah blah blah. And not everybody's going to have that same opinion or experience. But apparently that meant I was being biased because of my Amazon affiliation. And trying to purposely give a bad review as to boost my own sales from my affiliation with Amazon. Which, I tell you right now, I haven't put that many links in my videos relating to Amazon, and I haven't made a dime, because I will not push bad products onto you. I don't believe in that. I don't want someone to do that to me, and I am a firm believer in do unto others as you would have done unto you. So I kept it up for a little bit longer, and after I thought about it, I thought, okay, enough people were able to see it that I feel like the word got out. I was still gonna try to address it in some way without actually really stating anything. I was very upset to the point that I was crying. And not because I had to take my video down, but because I feel like I was bullied into silence. I feel like I was bullied into silencing my opinion. Because it was not 100% positive. So now, you know, with that company, if you will remember what it is, please don't put it in the comments. But I was really upset because I felt like my opinion was taken away from me. And that even though I was within my rights, I decided to keep it down because I'm still a really young channel. And I don't want anything to happen to my channel. And even if it would have only meant one strike, or it wouldn't have been a copyright strike, but it would have been a strike against my channel. Having right around 500 subs and getting a strike, I don't know how that would look. And if that would mean in the future, if somebody tried to do that against me, if it would just make the situation worse. I didn't want that. I didn't want to take any chance that something that I love and have wanted for a very long time, having this channel, it's literally a dream come true for me. And as weird as that may sound to some people, if you haven't watched my very first drill with me, you probably won't get it, because I talk about it in there, about how long I've wanted a channel, and I didn't want to give somebody the power, possibly give somebody the power, to take my dream away. I'm not really big enough or in a position right now to, I guess, defend my opinion enough because I don't have enough subscribers. YouTube isn't willing to help me, so basically I'm on my own. I have you guys, and I have the support of fellow YouTubers, and without that support, I don't know what would have happened. I was not in a good place for a few days because I don't like being bullied and I don't like being silenced. But I tell you what, once I realized that that video was coming down, I sure let him know exactly what I felt about his company. Most certainly, if you would like to talk to me about it, I may not be able to tell you specific details, but you can certainly message me. Please, like I said, do not put company names in the description box because I will have to delete them. And I don't want to delete your comments. And so speaking of videos, I want to talk about the video that came out next. And I'm already done with this color. And that was my cross-stitch haul. Okay, now I might come off really stupid because I've never cross-stitched before. Because I was getting a lot of comments basically telling me, go watch FlossTube, go look up this person, go look up that person. Okay, first of all, the way a lot of those comments came off wasn't bad. There was a couple comments that made me feel incredibly stupid, and I don't appreciate that. I'm very intelligent. I have a very high IQ. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't believe in having that kind of, yes, I'm proud of it, but it's not something that is open for discussion unless you're my teacher, my administrator. It's not open for discussion. Anyway, I know the difference between cross-stitch, embroidery. I've been sewing most of my life. I designed evening gowns for a long time. Very, chic meets rock and roll kind of evening dresses. Maybe sometime I'll show you some of my designs. I've really only done a couple, maybe two, so I don't want to make it seem like I have this whole fashion line. So I've been sewing for a long time. I've never picked up cross-stitch before because, and please don't take this the wrong way either, I always thought of it as an old lady hobby. I don't think that anymore. That's just why I never picked it up before and started doing it. I went through all the packaging afterwards. No, at first I was just grabbing stuff and buying it because I saw kits and everything was just kind of piled together. Cross-stitch with embroidery with whatever else was in there. And no, I might not have known what every single thing was, but I read every single thing afterwards, and I became very well aware. And it didn't matter how many times I explained that, it seemed like people just really came for me. So I most likely will not be adding cross-stitch into my channel because people aren't very supportive in that community when it comes to somebody trying to learn. Basically telling me I'm out of my league when it comes to trying to do anything in that community, and maybe I am, but I've been doing some cross-stitch. I'll show you something I've been working on in a minute here. I've been working on it. I've picked it up pretty quickly. I find it a lot of fun, and I'm really sad that I'm not comfortable enough to share it with my audience because of how I feel like I was treated because of that video, because I didn't know right off the bat what it was. I literally filmed that video the instant I got home. I hadn't even taken the stuff out of the bag yet. I realized it as I was filming, but it was a long video, as most of mine are, and I was just trying to hurry up and get through it, so I didn't clarify things, and, I didn't take things completely out of the packaging, and I didn't read them to you on camera, but I guarantee you I read it afterwards, and I know now, and I've done some embroidery, so I'm surprised that I didn't catch that right away. But like I said, everything was piled together, even though there was separate bins labeled for cross stitch, for embroidery, for all these other things. All the stuff that I grabbed was in the embroidery or in the cross stitch bin, so I didn't even think twice about it. But I get that I'm not on the level as a lot of you guys. You're very talented ladies. But telling me I need to get into the floss tube community, do you think, honestly, that having a YouTube channel, I haven't already done that? Or knowing anything you know about me now, maybe newer people wouldn't know this. I do a lot of research. I'm a research freak. In fact, my college degree is based all around research. I went for hospital administration, but I took a lot of classes on research and organization and stuff like that. Not that organization has anything to do with it, but so, you know, just please don't do that to me again, because I next time won't be very nice about it. And I actually removed comments that did that, so if your comment's still there, then it wasn't you that made me feel that way. I might have missed a couple, but for the most part, you know, I can handle it. But I'm not going to leave those comments up for other people to then start getting the opinion that I'm an idiot, because that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is making anybody feel stupid. Because I think that's one of the most horrible things that you can do to another human being, is make them feel stupid. Because you don't know what they know. You only know what they're telling you. And I may not come across like I'm very smart. And I ask a lot of questions in my videos because my mind is a sponge. And I just want to know. And I want to know your experience. And I want to know your tips and tricks. But I don't want to be berated and made to feel like an idiot because you think I didn't go watch FlossTube, or you think I didn't, you know, read the information that was provided with those kits. Ask me first, you know. Oh, hey, did you happen to read that to see blah 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 that was embroidery, or blah blah blah? Just ask me, because if I haven't, then I'm gonna thank you for giving me that tip, and if I have, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I finally did do that after I shut the video off. But I'm not going to volunteer that information if you're just being a complete, and excuse me for saying this, but a complete bitch. I don't respect people like that, and I don't handle it very well when people treat me that way. I was in 2 different types of abusive relationships. And I won't put up with it in any form. If you thought you were being helpful, I could kind of get that from your comment. So if your comment's still there, then obviously I didn't feel that way. So just for the future, please don't, not just me, don't treat anybody like they're idiots. You know, maybe ask questions first before assuming. You know what they say about assumptions? You make an ass out of you and me. Here's another thing that I'm obsessing over. I need a drink. So, now that I've yelled at you guys, I'm sorry. I'm really passionate about certain things, and when you were in a relationship for a little over 4 years with somebody that made you feel like the worst piece of shite on the earth, you don't really put up with people that you feel like are doing that to you later on in life. So, with that being said, oh, we're so close. I'm almost done. Oh, I wanted to show you the cross stitch. So I just got a little tiny one so that I could work on it in the car. And this little guy was only $2. That's that. I'm gonna look in the camera, make sure you guys are seeing that. Yeah, just a cute little butterfly. And by God, it's 18. It's an 18 count. And that's where I've gotten so far. And I tell you, on these little ones, it is really hard to do half stitches. Really, really hard. So I kind of just decided I wasn't going to do them unless I needed to. Because I think it'll still look good. It comes with its own little frame. See in the picture, it's got its own little frame, and It's got like a sticky back, and then you just glue it in. So I'm excited about that. And I've started working on another one too that's not 18 count. I like that one much better. But that one was just so cute I couldn't resist. I know that there is one more thing that I wanted to go over with you guys. Oh, the Sylvanas saga. I was about to go bead from here. Let me pick a color and then we'll get into that. I'm trying to jump around so we can see a variety of colors. I think we'll do J, because there's not too much J. These are just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. You know, and anything that I can do to help, like if things aren't meant to look this way, then, you know, I'm glad to fill in the ladies over at Diamond Art Club so that they know, because if you didn't read my comments, they were in there on the last video, the unboxing, and they saw some areas that they would like improved, and they talked about that in the comments, and I think that's awesome. I didn't even see the things that she saw. What an eagle eye, that one. So what was I going to say? Oh, Saga of Sylvanas. When it had hit 12 days and my shipping label I went to check tracking on it, and it said still that the label had been created, but no new information was on it. I either had the wrong tracking number or it hadn't hit the post office yet. But then again, it also did say scan event not required. I'm not really sure what that means, because I tried to look it up and I don't find any information on that exactly, just what a scan event is. So it could be that. And you know, I wrote him and said, in what I just told you guys, and that I was getting concerned because time was starting to run out. And he said that they sent it with their mail, surface mail, and don't worry, friend, we are really honest sellers. You should receive your diamonds within 1 month. So it's been almost a month. If they're not here, I figure it took 18 days for the canvas to get here. If they're not here, I'm going to say 25 days, just to be generous, then I'm going to file a dispute for my money back. Which really sucks, because in order to buy all those diamonds on my own, it would cost, at the minimum, $60. And that's if that seller happens to have the diamonds in stock. If not, then it's literally going to cost me over $100 to buy the diamonds I would need. So at that point, I'd rather just find a different seller. And the thing about the reason I chose that particular seller, because all the other sellers that carried that picture only sold it in round. So I was maybe thinking of just contacting a couple of companies and sending them the chart to see if they would just send me the diamonds at a really low cost if I don't get them, or sending the picture over and doing it as a custom, because if I did it as a custom, I could still get that bad boy for less than I paid for that one originally. So it's just too bad, because I just been having the worst luck with companies, and, well, Chinese companies, AliExpress, Amazon, it doesn't matter. There's just been something with every single one, and it just gets to the point where might be sounding dramatic when I say this, but I was ready to give up on diamond painting altogether, because I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with having to contact them every time I get an order, or, you know, and sometimes I just don't want to wait a month. I would like to get it, you know, even in half the time. I mean, typically, I guess I've been getting them anywhere between 18 and 25 days, so it's not the worst thing in the world amount of time, but still. Holy crap, I'm already done with that green? Okay. It's just so many left. There's just a ton left. It's quite alright by me. Let's do a pink color. Maybe one that I won't have to put away right away. So this one is black. This one with the dots. This one is, oh, it's like a brown. So I don't really want to do those ones unless I have to. So I think that's everything. We're going to go over the giveaway after I do this next segment, which is reading you parts of the email from Diamond Art Club. Since I've rambled on and this is supposed to be dedicated to their company. God, Brandy, not doing a very good job. You're complaining about everything and not celebrating this company. Because that's what I want this series to be. It's not to rip anybody apart. I want to celebrate these companies. And do what I can to get, you know, their name out there. I'm waiting on some responses from Diamond Dots. And I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do Cooper Diamond Art for multiple reasons, and we will get into that in a different video because it's not part of my notes today. So, oh my god, this is seriously one of my favorite colors in DMC. Love it. Oh, and in the review, we're gonna compare these to like my other DMCs that I have, like the extra drills that I have left over. We're gonna compare them to see if I'm correct in how vibrant they are. But I want to grab the email. I'm not going to read it all to you because it's not that kind of email that, you know, there's some parts that, they're personal, because I'll read you part of what I sent as an email. So I'll just read you the part of my email where I asked for the information, so you know what I said. I talked a little bit about getting my painting and how excited I was to start doing it. I told them about the series and that it was kicking off this week with Diamond Art Club, and that I hoped that they would be able to, you know, catch a sneak peek of it, or, you know, I don't expect that they're going to want to watch like this one. It's going to be close to an hour and a half, and try to edit that down to an hour, but if you're hearing this, then I was unsuccessful. So that's kind of what I said. I just said, I'm writing to you for a couple of reasons. My series featuring homegrown or American diamond painting companies is going to kick off this week. It is the perfect time to do so with so much buzz going around on YouTube from Wendy, gone off my meds, because she's done a couple of videos with them. And if you haven't seen them, I'll link her in the cards, so go check out her channel. She's also got some reviews on Diamond Art Club, and she shows off some beautiful paintings, and she's got a really fun project going on. I'm not going to say anything about it because I want you to go check out her channel and see for yourself what she's got going on. Oh, how did I lose this diamond? You will not get away with it. And so, yeah, in a nutshell, that's basically what I said. I gave them the dates that I planned on putting the videos out, what the videos are going to be. And I said I was excited about the series and having Diamond Art Club be the first company to be featured. Blah, 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 blah. You know how I ramble. So, oh no. I think they're all, okay, here we go. I highlighted some stuff so that I wouldn't have to read, because she gave me a ton of information. It's pretty lengthy. And, like I said, I don't need to read it all to you, not because it's private or anything like that, but this video was supposed to be an hour, okay? And half of that was supposed to be talking about Diamond Art Club, and I just had so many updates since my last drill with me didn't go up. I had to recap everything from that one. So, I'll just read you bits and pieces, and then I'll add in my little comments here and there. So she starts out with, to give you some background on DAC, and she says, we are a U.S.-based company located in Newport Beach, California, with their warehouse being in Nevada. All orders ship from the United States. And then she does mention that her kits are manufactured in China, but in their own factory. And how that came to be is that, and she wanted to make it very clear that they are not a reseller. It is their own factory, their own paintings. They don't get them from other companies or anything like that. Everything belongs to Diamond Art Club. And the reason is that in their very beginnings in May, I didn't know that they were less than a year old. That's pretty impressive for being so young, in my opinion, being this successful already. And I'm excited to, kind of be on this journey in some way or another, by having them be the first company in the series and being able to feature them and being able to, like I said, in my next order, I'm going to order an extra one, and there's just going to be a surprise giveaway for you guys. You never know when it's going to be, and it's not going to be based on subscriber counts or anything like that. It's literally going to just be a random giveaway, because I really just want to get, it's one thing to hear it from us, but to be able to get your hands on it as well. I think the more people that can try these products, the more it's going to take off and the more successful they're going to be, because I think price is a hindrance for a lot of people, and it was for me too, so I'm not faulting anybody for that. But once you can get past that, and even if you can just afford a small painting like I did to start out with, it was enough to convince me. So let's go on. In their early beginnings in May, they partnered with a local Chinese company. They fully invested into it. They heavily invested into the infrastructure. They updated their equipment. They helped to hire new workers. And then they have an American project manager on site for the next couple of months while things, start to get on track. So that's really cool to know, so that would help with that language barrier and stuff like that too. And I don't know if you've had a chance to go over and watch the videos, but I'll link them down below in this one too, so that you guys have a chance to go and see all that for yourselves. I really highly recommend it, because it shows a lot of the process of how the glue is laid and all that stuff, and it shows diamonds being made. I think that if I remember correctly, there's one with the diamonds being made. I mean, literally all that. It's really cool. So I will link it again below, so go check out those videos. I was going to put clips in here, but I forgot to ask permission, and I don't want to, have to take my video down and edit that out or anything, so I'd rather just direct you guys to their page anyway, so you can see some of the other artwork that other people have been posting, because I think you'll really like it. And now this part talks a little bit about how their canvases are made and the materials and stuff that they use, so I thought this was really interesting. And there's a couple pictures that I will insert over me as I'm talking, of a couple of the things that I'm talking about that I'm sure that I'm hoping that they don't mind that I include. It says our canvases are made of a unique material which resists folds very easily. So, folds in your canvas. Oh, and they easily flatten out within 30 minutes. If you caught my last video, I had kind of gave you that little tidbit that, instead of having to take the paper off and putting it back down to try to flatten it out, that if you just let it sit out of the box for 30 minutes, it'll flatten itself out, which I think is really cool. It says, for a better color display, we use a special coating to make the top canvas surface smoother and shimmery. And this is the part where she talks about seeing a lot of people unbox the paintings and trying to flatten them out by hand like they do with the that Sunner group, the opaque paper, and how it's not necessary due to that self-flattening ability that they have. And that's also why they don't roll them around a pool noodle, because it's just not necessary. This picture that's showing it in my email, it says this is like an example of the competition's canvases, what they typically will look like, except Diamond Dots. She makes a point, because they must have a similar system. I don't know. Diamond Dots hasn't got back to me yet, and I didn't ask, so I think we're going to put, there's only a little bit, this little area here that has purple in it, so I think we'll put that in, because purple is my main gal. That's not purple. There's purple. So, for the artwork printed on the canvases, this is really cool too. I really like this part that she talks about. For the artwork on the canvases, they use a frame-by-frame technique to convert their images into diamond paintings. Then she says that this is done by human hands, dot by dot. So, somebody literally looked at this picture here and decided dot by dot where each color should be placed and laid down. So, that's really cool. And then she goes on to tell me that each design has anywhere from 10,000 to 30,000 dots, depending on the size, of course. Oh, and each dot is colored manually by a designer to ensure that they have supreme accuracy with color and placement. Kind of like in that last one that I was talking about, how if they had done just a little bit of tweaking of the color, it would have made all the difference in the world on that canvas, in my humble opinion. See, where am I at? 99% of our competitors use an automated computer software, sacrificing a lot of detail and automatically placing similar symbols next to each other, which makes it very hard to differentiate between them, which I will 100% agree with, because I'm working on a canvas right now, like, besides this one, not this one, but it's got, let's see if I have it handy, because I was so mad when this happened. Can you hear me digging through them frantically? This is just going to be one heck of a mess I have to clean up. Okay, here we go. I got both of them. So you see this guy, and then you see that guy right next to each other on the canvas. I didn't notice it at first, and then somehow or another I glanced, and I ended up having to tear all of these ones off to put these ones down, and the colors are so freaking similar. Well, I guess this one's more green and this one's more blue, but they're so similar, and I was so annoyed that I had to deal with that. So that's kind of what she's talking about there with that statement. And that's also the reason that they don't offer custom paintings, because could you imagine somebody trying to do a custom using the method that they use, you know, dot by dot? Oh, that would be so hard. I couldn't even imagine. Which is fine with me, you know. I don't think every company should try to do custom painting. Some companies are good, you know, like they are really good with designing canvases. So why try to stray from that if they don't have to? You know, if there's not a huge demand in their market for it, you know, then I think what they're doing now with just the way they're designing these canvases, that's, you know, I don't have that desire. I'm not like, oh, I really wish they would do, you know, I don't know. Customs are all fine and dandy, but for me, they're not necessary. I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm just saying that it's not something that I'm super interested in. Though I did order one because I want to see what the hype is all about. And if it works out well, then I'm going to get more for Christmas presents. But it's not a deal breaker for me if a company offers it or not. So I think we should do this other light pink color. This one. So we can see. These are, God, it's really coming together nicely. I am really, really happy. And so then now she tells me that using this manual process, a designer is really only capable of doing 1 to 2 small designs at most per day. And so that's might appear why, you know, things are moving more slowly. But I don't know. I was just looking at their site and I've seen so many new things already. So I think they're moving along a lot quicker than they probably even realize. And she said that the other companies that use the computer-generated mask, they can export 20 to 40 images. So in comparison to 1 to 2, that's why a lot of these companies have so many of these mass-produced. And then she says all of their paintings are full drill. There's no partials. They don't have any partials. And the adhesive is strong enough to hold the diamonds on for up to 15 years. And I heard somewhere that most other companies that use like the that tape, or I don't know much about the Homegrown, how different that stuff is. It's something I plan to investigate later on. And she said that's why they use the clear films, because that glue is also laid on by hand. They call it a cementing technique, in that their adhesive film has strong oxidation resistance, which means it doesn't oxidize over time, you know? It's meant to not break down or wear away. It's meant to stay strong and be strong for a long, long time. And if you're keeping these behind glass, you're taking an extra step by, you know, preserving them even more that way. She says, we coat the canvas surface with a cementing glue, then place it in a drying chamber for a 2-hour high-temperature drying process. That will ensure its stability in case of changing temperature and humidity. Our glue is non-toxic, and the competitors use double-sided tape. So when I said it was similar to Heaven and Earth Designs, I was right. It's probably a little bit stronger than the stuff we're able to buy. But still, that would explain why you see that pinching a lot, especially a lot more lately, because they're probably just going so fast and laying down that sticky tape and not paying close enough attention, you know, and they're not lifting that white sheet back up to even notice that they have done that. So when you see severe wrinkling and your canvas isn't wrinkled, it's because they just didn't care enough to do a good job, my opinion. Nobody told me that. That's just my thoughts and my opinion. And then I'm going to insert another picture here. And this is what the rolls of that sticky tape look like in all kinds of different sizes. So that's very interesting to me. And then she talks about the different size diamonds and what they're made of. There's resin diamonds, acrylic diamonds, and then AB diamonds, which are the special drills, those like glass ones or whatever, that everybody's in an uproar over, the crystal drills or what have you. And she says, acrylic diamonds are machine suppressed glass plastics with poor coloring and are very easy to break or crack. And they use 100% resin diamonds, which Diamond Dots, she mentions, also does. And they have better plasticity, better coloring, and better texture. Like, I can tell you right now, I can tell a difference between when a company uses the acrylic and when they use the resin. And she says this only applies to rounds, and this is where I notice it. Because in the rounds, some of them will look really flat. And they'll have all kinds of weird things like attached to them. Stuff like that. Those are the acrylic ones. Like, next time I'm doing a painting, and I know that they have acrylic ones, I'll point it out and I'll show you. I can't think of where I might have diamonds for that right offhand. It was a round one that I had gotten from Amazon, that's right. I was just talking and talking away, so at least I didn't get too far before I realized that I was probably cut off. So I'm almost done with this part. So I hope that this was interesting and I didn't make it too boring. So this next part is 90% of their designs are also exclusive to them. So that means that they paid their artists royalties. Like, this is made by an artist. I should have wrote it down. It's in the thumbnail of this video, but I'll put it in the description box too. And she said that, she said that artist has a lot of really amazing diamond paintings on Diamond Art Club, and I've actually seen a few of them on AliExpress too. Like, I think even on Amazon, I've seen a couple of this artist's designs. You'll notice once you go and check it out, and if you see an artist that you like, then you're probably going to like a lot of the paintings that Diamond Art Club has for them. Let's see, we're almost done. And then now this is just talking about all of the updates, and then this is done, and then I will tell you about the giveaway, and then we will be done, and we're done with this color. So let me put it away. And will I tell you about this? So, they've been making updates to their packaging and their toolkit, and I got a little sneak peek of the packaging. I'm not going to put that in here because that's not for me to show. She didn't say I couldn't show it, but I'm not. I think that they should be the ones to roll it out. I really love the packaging that came with this one, but the new packaging, it blows my mind. It's even better than this packaging, and I was in love with this packaging. So, and they're also making improvements to their toolkit, so that would be exciting. And it's all in the works right now and should be done really soon. They are currently in the process of updating their website. So now, the reason I didn't measure this one, I knew it wasn't a 31 by 31, but the reason I did take measurements, and I was going to include it in the last one, but after I got this email and I read this information, I decided against that. So, because I didn't think it would be fair to include it when I read this, you'll see why. It says, we're updating our website so that each advertised size reflects the actual pasting area, meaning this part where the diamonds go, and not the entire canvas, meaning edge to edge. So when I measured it, it was from the cut edge to cut edge. That's where it was measuring, just under 31. It was closer to 31, which is why they rounded up. And they're working on that right now. So they, there's a lot of paintings to go over to fix that. She says that everything was manually imported or imported automatically when they launched the store. So all the sizes that they were given, they just had put in their website. And I'm sure through their own experience and through customers, they realized that the sizes were pretty inaccurate. So they are literally going through painting by painting to make sure that all of the sizes are completely accurate. And I have noticed it on a few paintings already in the store, that the dimensions have changed. So they are working on it. So if you happen to get one that doesn't measure out exactly, don't stress out. It's probably something that just slipped by them. And like I said, they're a new company. We have to allow some room for growing pains, because there's things that they weren't 100% aware of, and now they are, and now they're trying to fix it. So I can be the most patient person in the world if I know that that's what's going on. It's when I think people are blatantly trying to rip me off is when I get really upset. Or when it continually happens over and over and over, and they have no desire to fix it. Then I get really upset. So anyway, so they're working really hard on that. And it's very, as you can imagine, it's a very tedious process, because each variation has a different size, and they all have to be done one by one. So you just imagine if you were in that situation, and you realized that was happening to your products, that, oh my God, they're all, the labels aren't right, and at least they're taking steps to fix that. There's many companies that don't care, and they don't do the pasting size. And you start to know that after a while. Okay, such and such company measures, gives you the size of the entire canvas. And then you come across the companies that don't do that, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is one of those companies that, actually measures the pasting area. Well, that's what they're trying to do. So I think that's really admirable when a company can admit a fault that they had and take every step to fix that, and make sure that people know that. So that's why I didn't include the clip of me doing the measurements in the last video, because I didn't think it would be fair to point out a flaw that they're working on. It's kind of like the whole thing I was talking about earlier about making somebody feel stupid when they already probably feel that way themselves, because they're not 100% knowledgeable in an area and are doing their darndest to learn as best they can, and then try to make them feel stupid because they didn't do it. They're not on your level. That kind of thing. So that's all I have as far as... Oh, they're also going to be having new product updates and the DAC difference page, which I will link below too. I forgot to link that in my last video, and it's actually got a lot of really good information in it. It's got this article that is actually one of my favorite articles. And when I had initially done my round versus square video that is not posted because I couldn't get it to work right, the diamonds would be blurry no matter what I did to try to show them, so the video just didn't go anywhere. But that's where I had gotten a lot of my information from, was actually from their website. And they have this, it's a really good article that talks about why you should choose round and why you should choose square, what the difference is, and all that stuff. And there's a couple of other really good articles, and that's what she means by the DAC difference page. And I'll link that down below too. There's going to be a lot of links, so I'll make sure that they're really clearly labeled, so you can, whether it's going to visit one of the YouTubers I recommended, or going to check out any of the information relating to Diamond Art Club, or if you want to find my messenger link so that you can ask me any questions about old videos, about Diamond Art Club, about, you know, if you need advice on a canvas or something, anything that you need during this series, whenever this series happens to be active. So, like, when I move on to the next company, which, like I said, will be Diamond Dots, then it'll be active again so that you can ask me more questions if you don't want to ask in the comments. Because I know sometimes asking in the comments can result in vicious results, where people can be not so kind if you don't know everything that they know. So I'm going to leave that down there so that you don't have to feel like you have to put this, you know, ask something that you maybe feel a little stupid about, or not 100%, you know, sure about, but you don't want everybody to see your comment. That's why I'm leaving the link. I don't think any questions are stupid. To me, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There's only stupid answers. Real quick, I wanted to mention, because I don't know if I fully went into it, but when I get to Diamond Dots, I know that that's not a lot of people's favorite company. They don't like the fact that they mostly do partials. They don't like their prices. They don't think that they're getting what they pay for. Unlike this company, you are getting what you pay for. But I understand your hesitations, but I'm hoping that if you just like to learn like I do, and you just like to see what's going on, or maybe you like to hear my stories and my updates, or you just like watching unboxings, and I'm really hoping you'll tune in then, because there's going to be some really good, I'm hoping to get some good information. If I just don't get any good information, then we'll see it, or if it turns out that they're not actually an American seller, or something like that. And then in a different video, we will talk about other companies that may appear. I'm not going to talk about companies that aren't going to appear, because what good is that going to do for anybody? So I know, get on with it, Brandy. Let's talk about this giveaway. So, as you know, when I hit 500, I had told everybody that the dragon was going to be the giveaway prize. But I cannot, in good faith, give that thing away. I do not, to me, it feels like I'm passing on garbage. It's kind of like when somebody gets a really crappy diamond painting in the mail that they would never do, and then they're just like, I'll just give it away. Like, why would we want your garbage if you don't even want it? You know, it's different if you order it specific for a giveaway. But if you get it and you're just super disappointed in it, and you're like, you know you would never do it, so you're just going to pass it on to somebody else, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. And I can't, in good faith, give that dragon away. So, this is what's going to happen. I picked out 5 paintings from Homegrown. And the reason I picked these, 4 paintings, sorry, not 5. 4 paintings is because these are ones that I actually want to do too. And they are in my wish list right now. And so to me, it would be like, because with the dragon, the exciting part about that was that we were actually going to be able to do it together. And now that I'm not working on it because it's a pile of crap, I'm not going to pass that garbage on to you. as a prize. Now, if it comes down the road where one of my friends or family want it just to even like practice learning how to do squares, or if they think they can do something with the canvas or with the beads, I'll do that. But I can't give that away as a prize. That's not cool. We're celebrating 500 subs. I didn't even think I would get 50. So the fact that I hit 500 should be celebrated. And I've had relatively good luck with Who Can. And I have these 4 special paintings in my wish list. So number 1 is, and the winner will be able to choose, and I will just mail it directly from Who Can to you. So you'll have to give me your address, whoever wins. And I'll tell you how we're going to run this giveaway in a minute. I just want to show you the prizes. So picture number 1 right here is 2 owls that says love. Yeah, I don't think this is a Lisa Frank, but it's the closest thing to a Lisa Frank. And I'll put the size of the picture up on the screen too of the one you'll be getting. And I absolutely love this one. Like I said, I want some Lisa Frank ones. And I've seen a couple, but this one so far has been my favorite. I absolutely love colorful things. So this next one, we're going to call it Paris. I don't remember what the actual name of it is. And this one is just gorgeous. I mean, look at these colors. I mean, how could you not want this one? The pinks and those, like, minty greens. And it's kind of along the lines of those black and white pictures. And I am a big fan of those. I just don't want to do a full-on. This is as much black and white as I was willing to do. Because you're just going to get bored trying to put that much black and white. Maybe once it would be okay. But no. After that, no. So then this next one. This is a cottage. And I thought that this guy in the background was so gorgeous. I love landscape diamond paintings. And this is a really decent sized one, I think, in my opinion. I think it's gorgeous. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It looks like my favorite escape. And then the last one is my favorite Disney movie. Well, one of my favorite. Sleeping Beauty is my absolute favorite, but I can't find any really cool Sleeping Beauty ones. And so Beauty and the Beast is my second favorite one. And if you were to pick the Beauty and the Beast one, I probably will let you have, there's a couple variations of this one. I just liked this one because I love the background. I love that Mrs. Potts and Chip are down in the corner, and none of the other pictures have that. I just love when they add the other characters. I wish they had more of the characters, but that's okay. Them two are my favorite besides, obviously, Belle and the Beast. So those are the 4 prizes. You will get to have your choice. I know I talked about other different things in the past, but I'm going to have another big giveaway coming up not too far off from here. So I'm saving the rest of the stuff that I had ordered because it hasn't even all come in yet. You guys rocked this and got me to 500 way faster than I could even imagine. So that's going to be saved for another giveaway. And right now this is just, I'm going to send you out one of these diamond paintings. And then whatever one you get, I'm going to also get so that we can work on it together. Like I said, that was my whole point. And then, there's going to be, I want to do more and more giveaways as often as I can. Because I want to try to give back to you guys as much as I can because you've given me so much. And not just by subscriber count, personally. And I've talked about it before in other videos, so I won't go into it again. So, the way this is going to work, it's going to start in this video. I do not want you to comment anything about a giveaway or winning or anything like that that might give it away to somebody that might enter just for the sake of winning a prize. Maybe they haven't been with us since early on or aren't necessarily a subscriber. And that's the other thing. I have to be able to verify your subscription. I know some of you go on private. And if I happen to pick you, if you can prove it to me that you're a subscriber and you want to still keep your subscriptions private, you can screenshot my page showing, because it'll show if you're subscribed or not. You can screenshot that and send it to me as proof. I think you can do that right through YouTube comments. But we'll find a way. Anyway, if I can't verify that you're a subscriber. So you have to be a subscriber. I'm not sure about the international thing. I will let you know as soon as I possibly can. But for now, please just enter, because if they'll let me pay for it in the US and still ship it international, then I want to open it internationally. So I'll find a way. So it is right now. I'm gonna say until further unless you are further notified, it is open internationally. So there's that. Okay, again. So the way this is gonna work, because I didn't finish, is every day from here on out, there's gonna be all the way up until Sunday. I'm gonna say every video until Sunday, there's gonna be a question that I want you to answer. It's not going to be a right or wrong or a yes or no. It's just a way to kind of get you to be able to have an entry put in. Because you'll get every person will be able to get one entry per day. And if you didn't see this video first and you watched it in a different one, you'll still be able to come back to this video. I'll tally all the comments at the end of the contest. So you'll still be able to go, you don't have to watch the video that day. You'll be able to go back to it. So you'll be able to get up to, let's see, this is going out on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Everybody will be able to get up to 5 entries. So, one comment, multiple comments don't work. And the question I'm going to ask today is, let's see, what should I ask? I'm trying to think of something that you guys can share with me that's not too personal. What your favorite animal is. If you're not an animal person, lie. Just lie. I just want to know, what is your favorite animal, or what would your spirit animal be? Like, my spirit animal would totally be a wolf, because wolves are my absolute favorite animal in the world, closely followed by owls, and then, of course, dogs and cats. So, that is the question for the contest today. One comment, do not mention giveaway or anything relating to giveaway or winning or prize or anything like that, because then I'll have to delete your comment and you'll have to either put a new entry in with a new comment, or you'll just miss out for the day or whatever. So, the question that I want you to answer in the comments is, what's your favorite animal, or what would your spirit animal be? Okay. Alright, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you again for 500 subs. Let's get to 1,000, and then let's just keep going. I mean, why stop there? I hope you enjoyed this drill with me. I hope you got some useful information. If you fast forwarded to get to the giveaway stuff, I don't blame you. I can be kind of boring. That's why I didn't go into the teaching. But I hope that you did listen, and I hope you got some good information, and I hope that you'll go give these guys a shot. Go check out their website. Go see what they have. But alright, guys. Have an awesome day, friends. I love you. Have fun diamond painting. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.